Hi team. Previous class we discussed about the binding. So we discussed some topics and next topic onwards I'll discuss on it. So next topic it will start from class binding, style binding, event binding, two-way data binding. So first I'll write the class binding code, then I will explain you briefly what will happen by using the class binding. So we need to implement the first of all on init interface. Yes. Automatically it will start the MG on. Basically, these are the life cycle rules. I will explain you in coming classes what is to happen in life cycle rules. Observe carefully. This entire it will start from the classes only. See, class is example component name, and also we need to take the constructor, and finally we use the ng on it hook. So if you click the ng serve automatically first it will fires the constructor. Then after that it will go to the ng on changes. Next it will go to the ng on it. Will happen. It is a completely life cycle. We'll explain in the coming classes. So I'll write about this concept of class binding. First, I'll write the code, then I will explain it step by step. Give me time. Group class. Groups. Hello. Am I audible, guys?
Yes, but I
Yeah,
guess
basically.
that time you didn't say
No, no,
anything,
no.
right?
Yeah, actually, yeah, yes, yes. First I'm writing the code. So once get the
Okay,
output,
okay,
I'll
okay, got
explain you with the real-time example. So that's it. So basically,
it. Okay.
NG class means like if you want to add multiple classes in single particular element or some content or some output. So if you want to multiple classes you need to use. So in that time you can use the particular NG class method. NG class bind. So that's why I taken simply. First I taken the normal H1 tag heading tag. So just I've written example content of class. Second one is simply I've taken the one class name CSS class only. So CSS class I taken the normally text color. Simple text color I taken. So simply text color I taken. So automatically output it will come the normal one only. So simply it will come like this text color. And second one is I used the particular property binding method. In that property binding method, I taken the required. So required I mentioned here like simply is a public required true. So if I mention this particular required true, and also I taken the class colon text style. So that particular text style is required is true. Then that particular style it will apply the example content of class binding. So that particular text style is I mentioned here in CSS is italic. Yes. So this is the text style. So simply it will come like this. So simply it will come italic. So simply I mentioned the three steps. First is normal H1 tag. Second one is I added some class, that is CSS class only. Normal one text style. So that is sorry text color. So that particular text color I added in CSS. Normally text color is green. So that's fine. Next one is I added another property like a property binding. Just I mentioned the class dot text style. So that particular italic is true, then only it will display this particular example content of class binding. It will come italic one. So this one is fine, right? So next one is this one main. So I'm adding the multiple properties in single. I taken the multiple properties, like I taken the entire thing one object. So in that object, I taken the public groups equal to so text color, text style, and text style. So all things are applied into the particular element. So that is I taken the ng class property equal to groups. So by using this, we can get the all the properties in this particular example content of class binding. So that I taken this simply text color is this dot required. So if that is true, then I'll automatically display the particular text color, and also text style, and also text style. So all three properties are applied to this particular HTML element. So this is the ng class binding. So I will repeat again. If you want to take multiple classes into particular element, so by achieving this, we can using the ng class binding. So this is the basic example of it. Understood, right?
Yes.
Yes. Next one is similar of the style binding. Style binding also same thing only. If you want to apply multiple styles into particular element, you can use the ng style. So these are the things. So I'll write same code as well, and let can mention the style. So style is correct. So need a color. In style property, we need to take another single quote. So in double quotes, in the also you need to add another single quote in between. I'm taking the one blue color here simply, and after that, we can use the particular this thing also. Style right the code. We'll explain it in step by step. Here. This is the ternary operators here. Condition is required. Okay. First, I'll write the code, then I will explain it step by step. Clear. Similar only, this thing also, if you want to add multiple style into particular element, we can use the ng style method. So simply I taken the normal one only. So just same thing only. Same only. I taken the one style color. So I taken the blue color. So I already told you, right? If you want to take the particular color in between these things, so you need to add double quotes. After in between double quotes, you need to add the single quote. Then only it will work. After that, I taken the one simple ternary operator. By using the ternary operator, so we can get the output. So simply I taken the style color. So required. So if I already tell you here is required true. So once is the require is true, right? So that way it will print the green color in this particular example content of style binding, CSS and JavaScript only. Then next one is C. I taken the one group of styles same as like object. In that object, I pass the color, font style, and font size. So same thing only. I taken this my styles. I added my styles here. So it apply the entire different styles into the simple, sorry, different style into the particular single element. So in that case, we can using the ng style method. So basically, ng class and ng style are, it will come to these directories. We have the multiple directives are there, right? So structural directive and attribute directive. So this entire ng class and ng style, these are, it will come to attribute directives. So these are the ng class and ng style attributes. Are you understood, right, guys? What I'm trying to tell you is.
Yes.
Yeah. Next step is important one, event binding. So basically, event bindings very important because every developer they can use the event bindings. So basically, by using the event properties, say for example, if you have one click functionality is there, by using the click functionality, if you click in the template, so that action it will go to the TS part. After that, that action it will come to TS part to from TS part to template part. So that is a simply example of the event. So I will write some content here, then you will get more knowledge about. I will show with the real-time content. I comment here. Simply I can write some content. So I'll write some content in HTML. So I'll take the one part. In that button, I'm taking a click functionality like the click. On click, I'll take it. I'll write the code and then I will explain it step by step. What I want to so very fun with that. Taking it empty. Calling this one by using it. So I taken that, say for example, in click functionality, I taken the button click on click. So in this particular value, I taken the one functionality like it method is simply on click, and I'm taking this This welcome equal to welcome the event binding concept. So I'm taking the return as well. So then only it will get the data. So data, I've clicked it and data it passed to this particular TS page like on click, and I need to display this particular data into the template, right? So that's why I'm taking one interpolation. So here, simply I'll take in this filter, I'm passing this interpolation. That is welcome. So simply. So we have the one click functionality there. So if I click the data, automatically it will comes welcome the event binding. So I told you, right? So if you click the in a template place, so if you click this particular button, so automatically this data it will go to the TS part. So once action it will be done, so that data will replicate it into the template. So this is the concept we can say that event binding. So this one event, right? So click functionality is on one event. So if you click the data, automatically the data go to the TS part like this on click method. So in this functionality, I taken that return keyword after that. So whatever I wrote this particular this dot welcome equal to welcome the data event binding concept, right? So that entire data it will return to the HTML page. So this is the concept of the basic example of the event binding. So again, I will tell you simply one. You need to understood simple symbols. First, this one is curly braces. When you mention the curly braces, that is just a method. This is method definition. Next one is if you mention the double curly braces like this. So this condition it will be interpolation. 99.9% every developer they can use in real-time project interpolation and properties and events and property bindings and two-way data bindings as well. And just tell NG class also they will do. And me also doing so many projects by using this. Next one is told you right, property binding. Finally is parenthesis cancel event binding. One more thing is so we can say this symbol is like a banana tree two-way data. We can say like this. As per symbol, we can understand which type of data binding it is. Next concept is two-way data binding. Basically, NG model directive it is used to achieve the two-way data binding. Say for example, two-way data binding means like it is the combination of property binding plus event binding. So both of the combination we can say banana tree. So if, simply two-way data binding means like if you change the content in template, automatically change the data in TS. If you change the data in TS, automatically it will change the template. So this is the simply we can say two-way data binding. So I'll write some code here, then you will get more knowledge about it. Simply. Guys are understanding, right? What I'm data?
Yes.
Taking one public data. Okay. Taking one input field. Shall write the code, then I will. In this case, we need to add this particular forms into the app model place. Then only. I told you, right? Angular defaultly they will provide the one component file and also an app model.ts. That's it. Simply I taken the one input and typical text and ng model data. So that data we have in TS part, like I taken empty because we don't know real time data, right? So that's why I taken normal data actual value. So that particular data I taken in interpolation. Then only whatever we enter input data, automatically if you go to the TS part, then that data will display to the template. Simply change the output here. So automatically it becomes the data like this. So it changed in TS as well as the template. So this is the example of the two-way data bind. And the next concept is directives. Directives are also very, very important because directives are changed the DOM behavior and appearance into the HTML DOM. So we can say simply directives change the behavior of the HTML DOM. So that is the directives in Angular. I'll write here. We can say directives change behavior of.
Hello.
Yeah, Anya, tell me.
Chandra, I want to ask what is the difference between interpolation and class binding? Sorry, property binding.
Okay. Basically, interpolation, I told you, right? So whatever coming the data in here, so that data we can replicate into the HTML. But by and also interpolation, it can't accept the Boolean values. So that one issue happened into the interpolation. But by using the property binding, we can achieve the Boolean values as well. So that is the one difference is with that.
Okay, got it.
So that's mostly. And also we can take the properties value like the is disabled and disable enable, so that the true and false values also we can achieve by in the property binding, but it can't happen into the interpolation. So that is the difference between them.
Okay.
So everything you understood, right? Interpolation, property binding, and event binding, NG class, NG style, finally two-way data binding.
Yes, yes.
Yes, this is the next concept is directives. So, guys, one request from my side. So, if I go very fast for teaching, please let me know. I will come slowly.
Okay.
Next concept is directives. I already told you, directives are change the behavior of HTML doc. And also, we have the three types in directives. We have the three different in Angular. So, Angular, they provide the inbuilt directives and as well custom directives as well. So first we'll discuss about the inbuilt directives in Angular. So we have the inbuilt directives. So inbuilt directives, we can start the first. So it will come like a SAC. So first it will start from the structural directive. Second one is attribute directives. Third one is component directives. So it will come like SAC for understanding purpose and also remaining purpose also. We can use the SAC. So it will start from the structural directives. Second one is attribute directives. Third one is component directives. Structural, what is the structural directives? Basically, structural directive is change the DOM layout by adding, removing elements. So these are the structural directives. And also we have some examples of structural directives are there. So that are first star ng if, ng switch, ng for loop. These are the examples of the structural directives. I repeat again, change the DOM layout by adding and removing elements. That are the structural directives. That are the examples are ng if, ng switch, ng for. So we'll go one by one. So first with the examples. So first it will structural directives. We'll start the first ng if. Before that, we are mentioning if condition ng. Ng means like angular. I already told you in previous class. One minute. Ng switch. Switch cases. Third one is for loop. Ng for loops. These are the, and we'll go with the step by step. First, it will go ng if. We all know about the in JavaScript if conditions, so that only we are adding. So basically ng if and ng switch both are used for conditional rendering HTML elements. And third one is ng for, right? So ng for used for rendering list of HTML elements. So these are the three things. So ng if and ng switch are used for conditional rendering in HTML elements. Ng for is used for rendering list of HTML elements. So we'll go with first ng if. Simply I can say H1. So firstly, I'll take the simply one. So in this case, just simply we can mention like say for example, if this condition is true, automatically display this example content of ng. We know about this thing. So simply we can display the example content of ng if condition. So everything is perfect. So next concept is, so for example, we have the two conditions like true condition, true data and false data. In that case, what we need to do? I will write some simple example. this case can take the PS part, public. Status. Simply I taken the public status true. So it's I simply taken the status. So if the status is true, automatically it will display the content here. And if the statement is false here, automatically this condition will be not come in browser. So this is the first method. We have the three methods in ngIf. So this is the first method. Simply, the condition is true, it will display the output. If condition is false, it will not display the output. Simple. Next one is, I can write the first code, then I will explain. So I mentioned here, this is the second method, that is the else concept. So first one is true, then okay, it will display the output. Otherwise, if the second condition is false data, then we need to take another thing, like we need to take the ng template method. In that ng template, we need to take the particular condition method, like h1 or p, whatever data we can take in this particular inside between them, like a ng template and hash ng template. In that between them, we need to take the particular content here. And also I mentioned here, see, observe carefully, ng if status else false block. So we have the false block, but it will display like this simply. Property false block does not exist on type example component. So in that cases, you need to take here by using the temporary reference variable. We have the one method is there, that is template reference variable. By using the template reference variable, we can take the hash button. So when you mention this hash false data, so it will cause this particular entire data here, false data. So simply we can check the output. So condition is true, right? So that's why it display the example content of ng conditions. Say for example, this condition is false. Here we can check. It's false. So in this case, we can check the output here. Simply it will display false data because I already taken the by using the template reference variable, right? Like false data. In that false data, I taken the one ng template. In that I mentioned the false data here. Simply. And we have the another method also there. That is, take the same example here. Previous first method I taken the ng, if the condition is true, automatically display the example content data. Second method is, if the conditional true condition also we return, and also we by using the else method we can take the false data also, true functionality else false data. Third method is, if status also we need to take, and next one is by using then method we can take true data else false data. So this is the third method. So second method is just we can take the true or false, like else method. But third method is we have another one is a status. We need to take status. Next one is by using the then method. After that, true data else false data. So this condition also there. So for example, the status is true, right? So then only it will display the true data. Whatever we write the content in true data, that data it will display. Otherwise, when condition is false data, it will display the false data simply. See, I'll take the two conditions here. So this true data by using the template reference variable I taken here by using the hash method, hash keyword. So this condition is true data. Simply I can write like this, true data. Also, I'll take the falsest data because previous we have the one false data, right? So that's why I'm taking another falsest data. Simple. Guys, are you understanding, right? What I'm telling?
Yes.
So this is the true data condition. This is the false data condition. Simply. Data is otherwise we have the some content here, right? Like data public name. We can take the one public name as well. Simply we can mention here. By using interpolation also we can mention this. False data. It's like it will display the Chandra data, right? Simply. So, but when we mention the displays here true, so whatever data you can true data, that data display into the browser. True conditions only. Example data and example content data and true data. So these are the three methods we have in Angular. So first one is normal ng if true, the automatic data it will display. Second one is we need to take the if else condition like by using the else method, and also we need to take another false data like by using the ng template. So in the template we need to take template reference variable method. We need to take the hash one, so we can get the data, the false data. And third one is if the condition is true, we need to take the true data as well and also false data as well. So true data, we need to take another ng template, and false data also we need to take another template. So whatever data condition is true, that data is displayed into the browser. So these are the three conditions in ng if. Guys, I understood, right? What I'm telling, what I'm trying to tell in this if
Yes.
conditions. Next step
Yes.
we need to go switch data, switch condition, switch cases. Public. Taking the public data is one page. So we'll check. I'll write the first one, then I'll first I'll take the one page. Switch. Jesus. So first we need to take the star emoji switch case. These are the switch cases step by step. So we need to take two curly double quotes. In that double quotes, we need to take one single quote. Then only it will work. Take the first one. So it will check the each and every console 1 to 10. So whatever data it did, that data is. For example, I'm taking the 5 data. Finally, if everything is perfect, like everything data is come correctly, so it will display the required switch case. Otherwise, we need to take ng switch default. So finally, so condition is failed, then it will display the final value like ng switch default. That is a default condition. Ng switch default, simply we can take invalid data. So we can check the output now. So I taken that some data. I need to take the first. I have some data like a 1 to 10 data is there. So I'm checking the each data is there in by using the switch case. Six data I have. So I'm checking each data, which place is there, or true or condition are there or so. We'll check the output. In TS part, I taken the public data is 1. So I guess we have the data is 1. So that's why I guess it will display the data is first data. So first data is printed. Simple. So for example, if I mentioned in TS part 10 data, so it will check the each and every data. I mentioned the 10, right? So then it will check the each and every switch case, but it will not there, right? So that's why it will print invalid data. Simple. So this is the switch cases. So whatever given the data, it will check the each and every day switch case. So if everything is goes well, data is there, so it will display the particular data. Otherwise, it will display the finally invalid data. So this is the switch case in structural tree. And finally is for ng4. Initially, I told you ng4 used for render list of HTML elements. So I will write some simple example. Because ng4 is must and should, we can use the data because, say for example, we have the multiple data in table. So for example, if you get the data from date to date, like say for example, November data, November to till date, we will get some data. So we need some data from November 1st to till date. So by using the for loop, we can loop the each and every data like a 1 to 10 or 1 to 1000 or 1 to 2000 like that. So entire data, we by using the for loop, we can get the data simply one line. I'll write simple example data, then you will understood more on. In real time also we can use most of the time, not most of time, 99% we can use the for loop. So for example, I'm taking the some courses. CSS3. And then so we have the multiple elements are there simply. So in this element, I'm adding this here simply by using the ng4. I'll take the unordered list. So in this unordered list, I'm passing this like ng for let x of. We have the for of foreign methods in loops, right, in JavaScript. Same concept only we are taking by using ng4. Let x of courses. So it will render the each and every courses. The entire data it will store in the X, right? So we can check here simply Li. So by using the interpolation, we can take simply X. So we don't need write entire the list. Just we can mention the one X only. So that courses data automatically it will store in the X, right? So we can mention in the X. So that data automatically display into the browser simply like this. So entire data, not only single 4 lines. So whatever data, say for example, 1000, 2000 or 10,000 also. So by using this, we can get entire data to the browser. And most of the cases, we can use this thing in table functionality, CRUD operations or a table functionality. We can, most of the cases, we can use in this particular for loop. I use it the most, many projects in table sections for loop. So that's why I told. So second one is I already discussed this attribute directives, that is change the appearance and behavior of HTML elements. So that is the attribute directives. I repeat it again. Change the appearance and behavior of the HTML elements. That are the attribute directives. For example, we can say ng switch, sorry, ng class, ng style. So that are the attribute directives. So these are the directives in Angular. And next step is, this is the inbuilt concept. So we have the another one, also custom directives. So I will explain you these coming classes custom directives. Next concept I'll go with pipes. Pipes are also very important concepts in Angular. Pipes. Basically, pipes are used to transform the incoming stream of the data into the required format before displaying into the view. Before the compilation, automatically the data transfer to require the data. Say, for example, we have some data is there. So if you want to transform the data to uppercase, lowercase, or a title case or slice method, JSON data also, if you want to convert that particular, whatever we have data. So if you want to convert that particular data to JSON or lowercase, uppercase, title case, slice. So we can achieve by using the pipes. So I'll write some code here, then you will get more knowledge about it. So this concept in pipes. Yeah, you can do name. So I'm writing some name here. Names. I will take names. So we will use the pipes. Simply condition. So interpolation also. Okay. So we know about the output. Simply we can display the Chandra. We know the output. So by using the pipe, we can do now. So we can represent the data is a vertical line like this. So this is the representation of the pipe. So first I need the condition is lowercase. Simply. So this is the simply. Just we can mention that our default particular name, and by using this vertical line. So after that, whatever you want to change the data, you can add these names like lowercase, uppercase. Simply mention the uppercase. And also title case also is there. Title case. Next one is slice. Also we have slice method. Simply we can do slice colon, and if I want to target particular 3, 5, so it will target from 3 index to 5 index. 5 means like I told you, right? 5 minus 1, 4. So like that, simple. And also if you want to JSON as well, you will display simple. So that particular content it will display the JSON. JSON I will tell you another example. Most of the cases JSON also we can use in the pipe, because say for example we have the some data all there. So in that editing stage, whatever you write the code in local setup code, so in that time you can check the testing the code like data is coming or not. In that cases, by using the JSON pipe, we'll get the automatic whatever the data in editing stage. I use it so many times in editing stage in JSON pipe. To write some example content. Chandra I taken, right? So next I'll take the some JSON content. Okay. Take the object. So I have taken the person, right? So that's why I mentioned here person. JSON. Simple. So this entire data will convert to JSON. Okay. See, simply that entire data converted to JSON. So most of the cases, this condition we can use in the editing stage, uh, login pages and sign up pages. By using the JSON, we can check the data is coming or not in editing stage, like a testing stage also. So this is the one step, and another one is if you want to check percentages also, we can use the percentages pipes. Have 0.25 is there. So in this case, you can take the percent. I need the percent. We'll check the output. What is the percent? It will come the 25%. Simple. And also, I need the currency as well. So I need this currency, 0.25 currency. That's why I mentioned here. Currency simply. Check the output. So it will become $0.25 currency. And I need the Indian currency. Simply we can mention here INR, Indian currency. Simply. We'll check the output. So it came the Indian currency. So like that. So whatever data if you want, you can use, you can transform the data by using the pipe. This one. And next one is date. Date pipes. Inbuilt date pipes. And yeah, are you understanding, right?
Yes, Chandra.
These are very, very simple. So that's why only I'm covering all the topics with the examples. So we have the one method is you already discussed this topic in JavaScript as well. So we can mention the new keyword with a date. So this particular date I assign to date one, normal date. So we'll check the output here. Date. We'll get the entire date, like with the time, month, with the within seconds also. See, we got the day, time, and also month as well. So Indian Standard Time, it will get IST. So I need like a short date, short time, and medium date, medium time, long date, long time. So I'll check the how it possible by using this code. So this is the date format thing, right? So we can check date, colon. So actually we need to write here short. Simple. Short and also here. Date. Short. Short. Take the output. It will get short time, short date. Sorry, short. See, short date, short time happened. Simply see, short date, short time, entirely it will come short. Also, if I want the medium, Okay. Take out. So medium date, medium time. Here only we can gain short time only just 746 only, and date also it will come like this. But by using the medium, we can elaborate something. And also, if I need the long, so I'll see. See, it will come like this: long date, and long time. So these are the difference between short, medium, and long, and short time, short date, long time, long date, medium time. So like this. By using the pipe, we can do like simple. So these are the things. And also, can we go to the next topic as well? Data transfer
Yes.
between one component to another component. This is also very,
And
very, very important concept.
when will you teach this custom pipe also?
Yeah, custom pipes and custom directive. I'll go with the next class
Okay, okay.
because these are basics only, right? So today I'll cover the basics. Tomorrow onwards, we'll go some more advanced concepts because
Oh,
beginners they will can't understand what is the thing. They will confuse it because inbuilt is different, custom is different, right? So that's
okay.
tomorrow I'll teach with the custom directives as well. Custom directives. Because if I need to teach the when I teach the particular custom directive, I need to first explain the event binding and host binding host listeners. Then only they will understood the custom directives. And in custom pipe as well, I need to teach the functionality. We have the one transform function is there, right, in custom pipes. So I need to teach the functionality. Then only they will understood the what is the custom pipe. So like that one. You got my point, right?
Yes.
Simply data transfer between parent component or we can mention child component or difference between data transfer between parent component or child component or other component also we can mention. So we have the parent components. Presently, we have the app component that is the parent component. Assume that this is the parent component. Okay. So first, I'm adding some data here. So this particular parent data I'm transferring to child data. I'm taking one public. I can mention the parent message simply. Parent message. So sending parent data. So this is one. And also we have CTS part I mentioned, right? Now in app component HTML, we have one particular selector is there, right? So in this selector, we can mention the data. Observe carefully in this place. From parent, using the property binding here. Example, consider this is the child component. Here I am writing by using the input decorator, because input decorator only we can by using the chair and parent, by using the data, sending data from parent to child component. Input decorator is very useful. So we have the parent. So in this data we can mention it here. See, simply. So and sending the data first, the consider this is the parent. Sorry, app component is the parent component. So I'm sending the data like I mentioned the public parent message equal to some data. So these particular parent message I'm sending in selected particular child selector, that is by using the property method I added the from parent equal to parent message. So the whatever data in parent message, that entire data it will go to the from parent. So this particular property I'm sending to the throughout the child selector, right? So in this, by using the input decorator, I taken this public from parent data. So in this data I assigned into the HTML. So by using this procedure, we can send the data from parent to child. And also, if I want to send the data from child to parent, we need to use the add input decorator. By using the by using the output decorator, we can send the data. So I can take some here only. Output. I take the some information like a child info. Child. In child info, I'm assigning the some new event emitter. So by using the event emitter, we can by using the event emitter, so you emit the data from child to parent. Event emitter. Public child. So this particular event emitter it will assign to the child info by the add. So in this case, I'll write some condition here like a button. First I'll write the code, then I will explain you step by step. Is child info, because I mentioned here child info, right? So the data I'm taking public child info, right? So this dot child info dot emit So I'm emitting data from child to parent, right? So that's why I'm taking the emit method. In this, I'm sending the data coming from child. So now again we need to go to this app component like HTML, particular cell of method and pass this child info. It says equal to take the particular event. In this particular event, and also we can mention this. So the data we need to display into the particular parent data, parent component, right? So that's why I'm taking a message. So whatever data into this particular child info data, so we can assign this entire data into the message. So that is an event dollar event. So that entire data it will capture into the message. So that data we need to first of all in binding the data, right? So that data we need to display into the particular parent component, right? So that's why I mentioned here message. So whatever data will come from child, the entire data it occupies in message. We can check the output here. Simply I can take in the one button. So this button in child component, that is example.html data. So in this child component, I created one button. So that button I mentioned here, data is. So in this data, in this method, I take in the functionality that is data. If I click the button, so automatically this entire condition it will be filed. That is this dot child info dot emit. So when I click the button in a child component, so it will trigger this place like a child info emit. So this particular data coming from child data, it will go to the parent component by using this particular selector child info message dollar event. So this will happen in output simply like this. So why it will come this in this place only? Because I added in the app component HTML in this place only, right? So that's so this is the data coming from the parent component to child component and child component to parent component. And we have another method also there. That's the main concept is services. By using the services, we can send the data unrelated components. Whatever you need to send the particular by using the services data, you can send the different components as per your requirement. So these are the concept of the sending the data from child component to parent component to child component. And do you have any questions?
No, Chandra.
Yes. Tomorrow we'll discuss about this custom pipes and custom directives, services, dependency injection.
Okay.
Next concept we will go with the routers, router guards, router navigations, and that one. In router also we can cover the all the topics like route guards and wildcard routes.
And when will you teach forms?
Yeah, coming class onwards we can teach the forms, and tomorrow we'll teach these services and things, right? Day after tomorrow I'll go with the routes, and next day I'll go with the forms and form validations. We have two types of forms, template driven forms
Yes,
and
template
reactive forms.
driven and
So
yes.
I'll go with the reactive forms because 99% developers they can use the reactive forms with the form validations. So I'll go with the reactive
Okay.
forms. So
Okay.
after that I will go with the these things like RxJS
HTTP.
operators.
Okay.
HTTP also I will teach it, and RxJS is the final one.
Okay.
Because RxJS we have the two types are there, like a creatives and pipeable creation operators and pipeable operators.
Okay.
So I'll teach the pipeable operators as well as creative operators. That is the end of the entire the classes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. You understood, right? What I told you, all the concepts in this today class.
Yes, I understood.
Oh, thank you.